And before you say it, yes, I am wearing sunglasses in darkness. And before you say, why? Then let me answer, because it's my trademark. And also because I'm not wearing the right shirt, so I cannot light up the things. And before you say, well, are you really that stupid? Then I'll say, I was never meant to be smart, okay? I prefer to be being a little bit eccentric. Either way, this is the Black Clover, chapter 118. We finally hear the polls of the first character polls, and only 9,825 people have voted. Am I pissed off against that number? Hell yeah, I am. That's too few. It's not a good sign. But who is number one? Well, surprisingly, Asta is number one. I mean, I know he's the main character, but I always suspected Jami to win. But Asta is the number one with 2,911 votes. Jami is second, which at least I know he would be in the top with 1,952. Strangely enough, Noel is number 3 with 834. And here's the problem. Juno is number 4th with 827. Note it's so very close. And here is the funniest part. Nero is voted number 5th with 654. The little bird that has been only used for comic relief is ranked actually higher than the Magic Knight. That was comedic. Elsewhere, Charmy is 6th, Luck is 7th, Vanessa 8th, Leon is 9th, and Charlotte is 10th. And then we have the rest. So, well, we'll get into that. In the chapter itself, the last team eats in their victory, and it turns out that Charmy has sneaked in once again with using her very secret Kada magic. Again, also shows that her magic can be very creative if it's used well. Correctly, but given that she is not someone who uses her magic correctly, well, we all know that that will never happen. So she sneaks in for the one to eat, but also because she wants to look at Juno. And the one who is entering next is next team is another famous one. The ex-guy who shows himself as none other than Rill, which is actually the captain. Because normally captain... we all wondered, why isn't the captains in this one? But normally they're not supposed to enter, but Rill entered anyway. Because, well, the Magic Emperor made a lie that he wants to see Rill's magic. So he entered the fray, because they're also saying that if they manage to win against the captain, they will get great fame. And we are also introduced to Rill's butler, a seemingly very scary looking butler with a strict face, who serves Asta some tea and saying, I'm glad you are the young master's first friend. But also because, well, Asta do not get the tea. But yeah, we are seeing, this chapter is basically seeing a little bit about Rill. Oh yeah, and it's finally confirmed that he is male. I mean, the name, the look, and the personality really threw me off, you know. I couldn't tell what kind of gender that guy was, but it is confirmed that he is male. As the game starts, well, it seems like Rill is being captured. But seeing this beautiful magic, he suddenly feels inspirations, and we then see his past. Turns out that ever since when he was young and got his first grimoire, then he became what other people called eccentric. He stayed in his room, never stopping to paint with his magic power, so much that his mother began to feel distinct about it. But the Rill at that time just painted and painted and painted with no regards for whatever everything happened else, and it turns out his paint magic was extremely destructive, and he didn't understand anything about people's complaints. For him, it's just that everyone needs to understand my paintings. So the one who snapped him out of his break was none other than the butler, who gave him a slap. So he woke up. From his painting frenzy. So the butler gave him a lesson by saying, "Thus, if your cheek hurts, that means that you feel hurt, and if you need to realize that other people can also hurt, and people are afraid of being hurt, and that's why they don't get close to you. You need to understand yourself, and then understand others. You can paint well, but you need to show it to other people." Um, so that's how he joined the Magic Knights. He hoped he could find people that would understand him. And then it's also explained once again his eccentric powers and the extremely game-breaking magic of his magic. Turns out that he joined to get friends. Well, that's not exactly that surprising, but he is actually eccentric in a different way. And what is it? The fact that his personality being defenseless and all that is true, but he is also very happy to the Walter, which was the butler's name, by the way, because, well, he was probably the first people who treated him kindly, but also because he made his painting magic understood. So what makes his painting magic so, well, extreme? Well, that's basically because he can paint anything when he gets an inspiration to it. And when he means he can paint anything, people are gonna say, "Oh, does that mean the crap?" Well, technically they are true, because everything he can paint, if he paints a fire, he will get a fire. If he paints an ice, he can paint an ice. If he paints a lightning, he will get a lightning. Basically, his painting magic can break the elemental law of the Black Clover magic law. There are certain elements that only exist, but with his painting magic, with Lil's painting magic, he can break that. Anything he paints will come to life and create powers. So he basically has the entire elements at his disposal. And let me tell you, that is why he is the captain of the Ashuridir. Quite frightening too. And as long as his imagination and creations are infinite, then Lil's is practically unstoppable. So yeah, Aster certainly has some very powerful rivals beside Juno to defeat here. So who wonders? Who will be the final opponent? Will Aster even make it to the finals? Will it be his longtime rival Juno? Will it be Lil, the captain? Will it be that extremely well, technically they are facing off against that incredible arrogant Kirsch, so he won't get to the finals. But who will be the one to reach into the finals? I don't know, but certainly that's one game-breaking engine. A magic that can allow him to channel all other magic for paintings alone. So yeah, we got a little glimpse about that. Good, the fights are moving along, but we are slowly heading towards the Noel fight. All in all, just a very fast-paced chapter, with some little half-tragic backgrounds. But besides that, it was pretty awesome. I mean, I don't really like Lil that much as a character, mostly because of his very androgynous design. But that magic, you know what is those words? A man once said, "A pen is mightier than a sword." Here, we can definitely say that's true, right? Or is there another expression? What is that? What you paint will be a reflection of your life. Yeah, that's right. Because your life may end when he paints you. I know that was a bad pun, but give me your thoughts or your painting-like words if you have any.